Okay. Ladies, how are you? Can I get a one? Oh, you're already on it. Thank you, Lady Posh. Thank you, Lighthouse. Thank you, Katina. Everybody's giving me a one. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. StreamYards is acting a whole, Tyrone tonight. It's like delayed or some shit, but we gonna make this do what it do. Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. This is going to be a very full and very I I hate everybody. Do you understand me? I hate everybody. What's going on, Junes Brown's wife? We got Colorful Rose here. Kiana Jackson is here. What's going on, Mother Q? How are you? Autumn's here. Divested Aphrodite's here. Let's go, y'all, because we got a lot to cover. Oh, black women, what's the matter? What the fuck is going on in this world? Is it that it's summertime? Is it the economy? Is everybody stressed the fuck out? I can't put my finger on it, but something the fuck is going on and I can't go. Ladies, here's the deal. Everybody's familiar with what's going on with Carlethia/Carlee Russell. Okay. Um, if you haven't noticed, when the shit first happened, we didn't say shit. As an old bitch, because middle age, whatever, old bitch, middle age, whatever. Sometimes you've been around the block so long, so many times, you can smell funky shit a mile away. It's not like I didn't give a fuck about the girl. It's not like I didn't want her to come home. I just smelled the putrid funk a mile away. I'm still holding out just a tad bit of hope that this girl is telling at least one truth. One truth. Can I get that baby? Somebody locate that baby. Somebody locate a film or a reel or something with that kid on it. Somebody tell me that somebody else saw that baby, not a highway full of people, and she the only one called. Please tell me what's going on. I'm scared of black women. DZ, white women do it too. They do. Absolutely. When white women do it, white men look for them. They got the resources to do it, throw their ass in jail. My audience ain't white women. I'm talking to you. You can't afford shit like this. So that Russell family better hope and pray that this little motherfucker is telling the truth. There have been several lies that she spewed out of her dick liquor, and I am annoyed as fuck with that shit because we already got a horrible, I'm talking about horrible image out here. Just take a look at the fucking screen. That's y'all bitch Suki up in London, right? Everywhere we go, everything we do, it got to have a little bit of stank on it, a little bit of funk on it. Everything is dick. Everything is coochie. I don't give a fuck. Bitches ain't gonna check me. Period, poo. You bitches are animals. Okay? And I'm tired of y'all representing me. What the fuck is going on? Let's go.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretch. I'm trying to get my coochie stretch and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period. Baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretch. Okay.
Seriously, listen. What is wrong? What's going on, y'all? I'm not even getting ready to start in on this untamed beast that y'all be clapping for. But here's the deal. She's already been sufficiently dragged. I don't know if she need a training school. I don't know whether she needs some mental health tips. I don't know what's wrong with this bitch. But if you look at the still, just look at what you're seeing right now. Aren't y'all tired yet? Anybody got anything? Because I'm ready to move past this. Ooh, shit. I almost said something about that girl.
I got something, DZ. Hey, everybody. Good evening, y'all.
Oh, shit.
I got something. My thing is this. Why you go to an elite place like that talking about cicadas and butt parts. And not only that, you think because your ass got a long weave and a dress on and a wine glass, your ass is classy?
She took that shit over there to the UK. And
Yes.
this is who y'all want is y'all representation, black women. I've said all I need to say about this gutter ass bitch, this trash gutter hood rat ass shit. And she gonna keep on acting like this until y'all show her, look, we're done with this. You on your own.
I've
That's the only
seen.
thing that's gonna be able to shut her down. Cause she gonna keep on with this. And she think this is funny. And I guarantee you it's a group of hood rats sitting somewhere cheering her on like this is cute. And it's not.
Mm, oh well.
It's
If,
not cute at all.
if y'all comfortable with this shit, hey, if you like it, I love it. But over here, I have the right to denounce that shit. And what I'm seeing is, because of course I'm scouring and looking at the reactions to this, more and more people are getting embarrassed by this. A couple of her fans wasn't going. Okay, because when you thought wasn't nobody looking, it was okay to be a trash ass bitch, right? But now you got eyes on you, and you have a visual contrast as to what's classy and what ain't. You're kind of moonwalking backwards, but hey, do what you got to do. Anybody got anything before I get on with this Carlee shit?
At least some of them having the good common sense to be embarrassed now. Now that they actually see her for what she is and what we've been talking about.
Mm,
Good evening, DZ and ladies. This is Elitist Kyra here. So we've been denouncing the Sukis and this hood rat, nasty ass representation of black women. Why? We do not wish to be associated with this bullshit. And any black woman who cares about her reputation is supposedly for black women and girls, they should be denouncing the Sukis. More y'all are traveling, more y'all are going into new spaces, and this is your representative.
I will hold off on a trip to London right now because we need to let that dookie bitch go ahead, and her essence needs to just calm down a little bit. Don't go right now. Let the bullshit pipe down a little bit because she really took the ass eating to London, and that's embarrassing. Lord
I got
have
one for
mercy.
you, DZ. Here you go. See, that's her. She don't represent me. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'm gonna tell you what the slow ass was sitting up saying. Yeah, that's her. She don't represent me. I don't have nothing to do with. See, I don't have anything to do with that. Okay, well, keep right on thinking that. And if you look at the looks on those white women's faces, just that says it all. They like, what in the fuck just came across this pond over here? Is this what America?
They gonna write up the person that let her in the country. Bitch, you ain't see nothing wrong with this at all. I'm sorry. We gonna have to put you on suspension.
And they looking and they thinking, America, is this your best? Is this what you got to offer? This what you sent us?
All right, y'all. I've been avoiding it long enough, so let's go. I have avoided the shit out of this girl. I really have. I was kind of hoping that, they got her, the investigation panned out, and she went on ahead and gone home and everything piped the fuck down. But there's too much shit that's come out. I tried to ignore Carlee for a very long time. Y'all asked for some attention when you go missing. You got it. And now this is what we looking at. I'm still holding on. Snapple done gave up. It's a lot of women that done gave up. I got like a string of a thread. I'm hoping that something she said was true. But I got a couple of TikToks sent to me and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Let's go, Nurse Gang.
What up, Nurse Gang? What up, TikTok? So, the update I never wanted to truly have to report on. So, we've all been talking about the Carlee Russell case. This is her Instagram, Carlee. Over the last few days, she shocked the nation. And black women all over the country felt empowered. We felt finally pleased that America was caring about black women. Every national news outlet was reporting about Carlee Russell. This is the first time this has ever happened. The hunt was on to find this black girl. But then when she showed up at our house, it got a little greasy. Why did it get a little greasy? Because she just showed up. So then that's when the world got divided. Wait, what's going on? Something is not right here. Okay, we don't want to speak. We want our privacy. Something is going on. What is going on? Well, when you start talking about something, people start DMing you the truth. It looks like 50 people from Hoover have already got fired for leaking what's really going on with this case, and it's trickled into my DM. So you mean to tell me all this was because she was trying to get back at her ex-man? Yeah, that boyfriend that spoke out about her being kidnapped and held and tortured. Yeah, that was her ex-man, and he actually cheated on her with a stripper, and Carlee had it out with the stripper. And to get back at him, yeah, she disappeared herself and then got afraid when it blew up. This is what Carlee said to the side chick. Itch, please. He told me everything you said about me, and you thought I told him to say that. I wasn't even with him. You're delusional AF if you think your little conversation was anything more than convenience and the fact that he used you to get back at me out of anger. You want to talk about I don't compare to you on your worst day? Girl, bye. You're miserable, or at least should be, being a stripper to provide for a child I've heard you've had from multiple people. So not surprised you don't know who your baby daddy is. Mention me or contact my NIGGA again, and you'll see I'm not the one to play with. You don't want you and your whole family touched. You're poor. I'm rich. You're a stripper. I'm a nurse. You're ugly. I'm beautiful. You could never. You're the bottom of the barrel. Someone from the police department just could not watch us all suffer. So they released these details. Here's the update. She's sticking to the story that she was abducted. She says she was lured into the woods by some people who live in the woods, described as a person with orange hair, balding on top, tied her up and drove her around and put her in an 18-wheeler and fed her cheeses for 2 days, and they painted her nails. They kept her on 150 somewhere, and somehow she managed to get away and run through the woods to her neighborhood until she got into her house and then goes into the hospital. Hoover got some Ring doorbell footage from her neighborhood, and it just shows her walking casually until she gets close to her house, and then she starts sprinting and flailing arms and acting a fool. She got caught stealing from work that day, failed out of nursing school, and has been on drugs. She had her friend behind her, and that's who picked her up. She was with her friend all weekend. The police knew she was safe because she unblocked her ex while she was quote-unquote abducted. She planned to disappear and realized it wasn't going to work.
Y'all, I can't.
DZ, didn't you said this, DZ? If anything funky goes down, it's behind.
Oh,
a
yeah.
maker.
Anytime I've ever had problems with Black women, it's because of their either male identification or two, the fact that they on some not all shit. But at the end of the day, it's over some dick. Whenever bitches start acting a fucking fool, like I said, it could be simply them acting a fucking fool at McDonald's because their fries wasn't, warm, hot, or whatever. But she's blowing up like that because that's some undue pressure she dealing with at the house. Because nobody, I hope y'all not getting that fucking mad to tear up a restaurant because your fries was fucking cold. But it's always these niggas' dicks. I'm scared of y'all. Seriously, a whole goddamn kidnapping. I hope she's telling something that's true. I hope she at least painted her nails while she was gone, because the bitch here said she was getting her nails painted and shit. I don't know, but this ain't looking good, ladies. This is not looking good. Go ahead.
And the wig gone too. The wig was gone. The authorities said that when they was called, they said the damn wig was missing. And they said she possibly got braids down to the scalp. See, they know what's up.
I think the police are being really, really quiet on this because they're embarrassed. There was a lot of resources and a lot of motherfucking media time. Other surrounding sheriff's offices was helping. Hell, the nation was helping look for this girl. Now, if this was your big ass debut and this is how this fucking goes, this is going to set Black women back 1,500 motherfucking years, whether you associate with them or not. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
See, I got to speak on this because I got relatives in Alabama, like a lot of people in Georgia do, because we're neighbors. We're only a couple hours away for them. In my case, like 2.5 hours. So I actually hit the highway going 90 miles an hour Saturday morning. I was in Alabama by that afternoon. So here's what I got to say about this. Because we always complain that our cases never get the attention that we deserve. Well, in this case, these people showed up for her. And you had that dumb bitch Tamika Mallory running her mouth when the local community came together with limited resources and volunteered their time to be part of search parties to look for her. They volunteered. And see, I know these bitches think that they know everything compared to us country folk, but you don't. Meanwhile, Anaya Blanchard's mother got involved, and that woman's child was murdered for real. She was shot in her head in the front seat of her car by a nigger who had absolutely no business on the streets, but he was out on bail for robbery, kidnapping, and attempted murder when he killed her daughter. So thanks again, mammies, because all your protesting, rioting, and complaining paid off. And y'all selfish, inconsiderate bitches who haven't gotten up off your asses to look for anybody. And most are probably sitting right next to their sons who are just like Anaya's killer, have the nerve to be telling folks that they don't have the right to be asking any questions. And see, this idea that they don't owe anybody any explanations is complete bullshit. They absolutely do. Way too many people got involved in that, and it actually garnered the attention of national news. We have got to stop this bullshit where you condone fuck shit coming from other Black women in the name of sisterhood. I just cannot do it. I will not do it, and I refuse to do it. And you could call me all the haters and mean girls you want. I'm not saying she lied as of right now, but I'm saying that it does not look good for her. And if it turns out that she did, I think a lot of you will see why I said that separation is best, because no one will ever take a chance on you again, which is already damn near impossible to get people to do at this point. They won't waste valuable manpower and resources this way ever again. And instead of calling out the bullshit, you will still have dumbass Black women running around talking about, oh, they just need an excuse not to care about us anyway. No, ma'am. This is a pattern with Black women. We've discussed this for years. People have come to expect this type of behavior from you, this attention-seeking shit. We've already talked about this, the lack of follow through.
I'm serious. I've told y'all before, attention is currency. I've said that so many times. I don't know why Black women are so attention starved, but this shit is whack. It's old. It's ridiculous.
Especially when there's a Black dick on the table. People expect
God.
They expect Black women to act a fucking fool for any Black dick on the table, and Carlee, allegedly in air quotes, is looking like the same type of hoe. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
Exactly. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's this pattern, the lack of follow through, the refusal to name the problem, the protection of Black men at your own expense and the expense of your children. People expect certain behaviors from Black women at this point. And it's really sad because this has become what you're known for. And I'm just not going. And trying to deflect by saying that she's shedding light on other cases like hers is complete bullshit too. So stop capping. See, that will not help her weasel her way out of this. A lot of people in Alabama are pushing for them to lock her ass up if it turns out that she lied.
And they should go to jail. Dead ass fucking serious. Just like that white bitch did that made up that whole goddamn lie about her being kidnapped because she was out fucking around on her husband. If it comes out that this bitch has lied, I'm telling y'all, she needs to do about 25 years around this bitch.
Yeah.
She need to do the time the kidnapper would have done.
But you know who's really lying? I mean, allegedly, who sounds like they're doing more of the lying? It's the mama. It's her mom. See, her mom is a fucking attention whore. She done been on the Today Show this morning. She done put out 2 statements. The more she talks, the more holes are being shown. You know, I'm gonna give y'all my theory. I think the mama knew when the Red Roof Inn shit went down. She knew, like, oh shit, she wasn't kidnapped. This is actually what happened, but we in too deep. Let me now she just rolling along with it. So mama need to get locked up too, because once she found out, once she had contact from her, she should have let everybody know, actually, she's not kidnapped. Whatever else happened, she's over here. My bad. But instead, she's doubling down. And told you, DZ, I said, let's just wait until we know all roads lead back to, they're going to find an opportunity to blame the white man some way, somehow. And that Tamika Mallory, that was complete and utter bullshit. the fucking case was getting so much national attention. These motherfucking ambulance chasers, they cannot help themselves. Even when it's not relevant and it makes no fucking sense, they still do that. But white people, this bitch really compared the Carlee case to the submersible and the resources that were being used to find the people on the submersible. It's like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, check this out. It's always why is it that these Jesus bitches be the top liars? I'm gonna need y'all to come on to the table, because here's the deal. It's a lot of freaks, hoes, and lying ass bitches that's clapping for Jesus around this bitch. I need answers. Why is that? Why y'all fuck with Jesus like that? Because y'all know y'all on some bullshit. I can't get it. It's the mama talking about Jesus. Then we had the guy, the ex-boyfriend talking about Jesus. Oh, that picture. I can't say what I want to say about that picture right there. Just think of what I would say if I was in Discord about this fucking picture right here. I cannot say that here.
Now, ladies, now that we have this picture up here, y'all know I've said the missing link. Now, do y'all see?
Oh my God.
The family resemblance. Absolutely.
Wow.
Do y'all see that recessive gene?
Oh shit, y'all better be good. This is not back there up in that janky ass Discord.
But do y'all see the recessive gene?
I'm moving right along. He talking about Jesus Christ, the Savior, and all this shit here. They always talking. Some of the biggest liars and sexual deviants and weirdos coming up out their church. What's happening, boo? And
Amen.
this right here, this long ass statement that her mama put out. This came out about 2 hours ago. Now here's the deal. For a family that's wanting privacy, bitch, you stay on the goddamn internet, on social media, putting long ass fucking posts up. Turn the goddamn internet off. You want privacy? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Exactly.
Listen,
This is the thing that bothers me.
Okay, y'all. Let us rejoice and be glad.
There are tens of thousands of Black women and Black girls missing, really missing.
Right.
No one knows where they are, where the graves are, what country they're in. And this, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is what I need to tell her trifling ass mammy. Because see, you can't ask for all this participation, support, thoughts, prayers, and donations, and then tell people to mind their own business when they have questions about what happened. What the fuck is wrong with you? This shit is wrong as fuck. But since this community is not big on taking responsibility for anything, y'all know I'm not shocked at all about that. This is the attitude that a lot of them are taking.
She called everybody entitled, Aaliyah.
See,
She
this
said
what
that
I'm talking about.
y'all didn't have to look for my baby if y'all wanted something in return. Bitch, fuck you sideways without taking you to Applebee's 2 for $25, motherfucker. Cut off that goddamn Wi-Fi. She get on my nerves.
Period. Because where the fuck is Tommy Pickles? Where is the white baby with the white diaper and the white shirt that was on the side of the road? That's what I want to know. You trying to tell me you don't owe the public an explanation about a baby that was wandering and supposedly luring people into trafficking, huh? You trying to tell me you don't believe your daughter owes the public an explanation so that they can be on alert and with a description on who to look out for in your community? Oh, that's us being entitled? Girl, bye. And the pro-Black women brigade, y'all can kiss my ass, because we can speculate on any kind of public case we want to, bitch. And we don't do that. Oh, because they're Black, we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. No, because y'all mammy ass bitches don't give us divestors the benefit of the doubt ever. Bye.
KLSB, you know good and well that Applebee's is 5-star dining with niggas. Stop it. It's 5-star dining. And you get 5 pounds of pussy afterwards. Come on.
It wasn't no such thing as a white baby. When soon as I heard she saw a white baby, I'm like, girl, gone. Bye, Craig.
And I don't think they understand the emotional roller coaster that you take people and their family members through, because people get upset and they get worried and they get concerned about their own safety. I'm telling you, when I hit that highway, I had my shit in the car and I had some shit on my front seat that looked like I was about to go into battle with Jason Voorhees, because I swore up and down I was going to dismember me a motherfucker on that highway if they got crazy, if I saw anything crazy. And see, this is what I'm talking about. You stop doing this bullshit, man.
And the thing is, to add to your point, Aaliyah, there are missing white children as well. So you got some folks hoping, praying that maybe you saw their child that was kidnapped.
She inconvenienced everybody, y'all. I got another TikTok to play, okay? And this is a former FBI agent. Ladies, he's poking all kind of holes through this woman's shit. I mean, this do we have to really God damn, let's go. I can't stand her.
They say this is an ongoing investigation. What are they doing right now to either validate or invalidate her story?
Well, I think certainly if you look at the physical evidence, and I would start obviously with the video evidence of the camera that picked up the car along the interstate, certainly the camera or the video does not in any way show a toddler near or in any proximity to where she ultimately stopped. In fact, if you watch the video, she actually goes down the highway for a good distance before she finally comes to a stop. The first thing as an investigator, I think anybody could appreciate that if you saw a toddler in the middle of the night out there on an interstate, you would stop your car instantly and get out frantically and try to protect that child. The behavior of seeing the car continue down the highway, number one, is inconsistent with the belief that, in fact, there was a child along the road. Also, I think you would understand and appreciate and anticipate that other motorists would have made the same observations and would have called 911 or would have stopped their vehicles, obviously, to render aid to this child in obviously grave danger. So those are the obvious direct evidence that I would have a problem with. I see this case, unfortunately, more as she may have been involved with someone else, and maybe in order to have an alibi for where she was, I think we may see this case unravel in the days to come.
So, Stuart, how do investigators go about tracking her account, putting some of these pieces together?
Well, the first thing is the cell phone was left on the side of the road. And so, of course, it is my understanding that the phone will not offer any information with respect to after she apparently allegedly was abducted. However, the phone will be of importance to backtrack and see who she was talking to, who she was texting, and most importantly, in fact, we saw the advancement of this technology, the location services that are indicative now in all cell phones, where it can pinpoint with direct accuracy as to where she was at any particular time. They'll be able to go back and see where or whether or not, in fact, there's some validity to where she was coming from. I think they're going to look at that cell phone information. And then, of course, they're going to attempt to interview her and see whether or not the story that was alleged, does it in fact pair up with the physical evidence. But again, that's to be seen. And again, the other obvious thing when we talk about direct evidence is that if someone was abducted, as soon as you would break free from your captive, you would not walk home. You would immediately go to the first person or the first house or the first someone and obviously get someone to call 911 and render assistance to you. This idea that you walked home is inconceivable. It's not believable. And it's not consistent with logic. And so that in and of itself is going to be a problem for her.
Miss me with the everybody reacts differently. When somebody's in fear of their life, the adrenaline kicks up and something else happened besides you strolling down the damn street slow, right? Because the Ring camera showed her walking really, really slow. And then she got in character when she got in her yard and started acting a fucking fool. Y'all,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're right.
This is going viral and all of that for a big reason. For most of American history, Black women were seen as liars. Okay,
I
they
know
can't.
exactly where you're going. Absolutely.
Exactly. They can't be essayed because they're so listentious. They're always asking for it. They're liars. Black girls are seen as less innocent than other girls of other groups the same age. What does this do? You see why? I mean, and,
This
and
is the
so
deal. This is the deal. I understand all of that. I
I'm
really
so
do.
angry.
And this is why bitches like her need to be held accountable because we haven't had the best history. Your men did not protect you. They were also the ones that told everybody you was hoes, bitches, and all this shit here, and that you were overly sexual. Then you complied and started shaking your ass every fucking where you go. And so it's a whole clusterfuck of nonsense. And when they want to sit up and talk about black people coming for her and this, that, and the third, no, baby, we going for logic. Point blank, period. I'm gonna need your story to make sense because you are disrespecting every other actual victim out here if you are lying. So she needs to be read her history. I know what went the fuck on in this goddamn country and how it started, Nakers. But anyway, go
And
right
that's
ahead.
all the same
Exactly, but
too.
that's what I'm saying. That's why this is so bad. Historically, with the help of black men, we have been seen as liars, cheats, thieves, God knows what else.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are doing this crap out in broad daylight. And yes, it is going to go viral. Everybody's going to jump on this because yep, they're liars. See, look at this woman. Look at how well she's lying or how poorly she's lying.
But
Yes,
Ebony,
every
that's
single
not even what
time.
happened this time. Everybody rallied around her and was out there looking for her and praying and hoping that she came
No.
Exactly.
home.
They
What?
showed up. They showed up for her ass.
They showed up, but
Every
Exactly.
she
And the
guy was
apple,
lied.
looking
you
for
know
her.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
The apple
like
don't
the
fall far from the tree. I'm sorry. I think her
Mm-hmm.
mammy ass mother is the one forcing her. I think allegedly, since motherfuckers like to get lawyered up. I think her mammy ass mama is pressuring her into keeping the story going because
I
she's the
think her
one.
mother
She
wants
act
to
like she about
avoid
to drop an
embarrassment.
album.
I think her mother's trying
I,
to avoid embarrassment because they are, I guess, prominent in their neighborhood. So since her daughter started to lie, she got to keep the shit going because God forbid that family be. Hold on a second, Melanie. God forbid, they get deemed liars around this bitch. It's sad. It really is. And I don't want to hear about mental health. I don't want to hear none of that shit because you can't afford that. Not as a black woman, you can't.
I think the mammy mother's trying to rinse that money. That's why she's keeping the shit up. Whether she was in it from the get go or she came on board later on, she's trying to rinse those coins. That's my opinion.
I agree
no,
with Snapple. That's all I was gonna say. I was just gonna say everything Snapple said about the mom, in on it. I agree with that.
no,
Mm-hmm. She's got
I
some
I
shit.
get what Ebony is saying because I thought the same thing. Because here's the thing: from here this point forward, every time something happens, they're gonna reference this case.
Mm-hmm.
There
They're,
you
they're
go.
not gonna let this shit go. They're not gonna let it die down. Every time from here on out, anybody goes missing, anybody gets abducted, they're gonna refer you back to her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be the reason why they're not gonna show up. That's
And
the shit.
this
That's why I
is
say,
why she got to be held accountable because she's getting ready to cause real victims some issues. And this is the thing. These white folks media. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. This is their media. Okay. So in the event that they lent you the platform, because they did, I was like, all right, black girl, get up here. Hey, everybody, she's missing. Let's get on the APB. Let's look out for her. Here's what she looks like. This is the last time we saw her. Listen, if this bitch is lying, I swear I'm going to drag her by her edges, what's remaining of them, since she's snatching her wig off and running off in the woods some damn where.
Over
Oh,
a dude,
Right,
over
y'all,
a man.
on the,
right.
on the screen is her job, y'all. Her job put out a statement. Basically, it's run of the mill, cookie cutter ass statement. We were worried about her. We're happy for her return. We had to basically rub the shoulders of her coworkers because they were worried about her and let the Hoover police do their job. Everybody is mumming, trying to keep, they mouth off of this girl. I'm just telling you, I want one truth, just one truth, Carlee. I want just one. Which one of the things that your family has said was true? Because you had a fake brother up there pretending like he was your actual brother. Then he come back talking about, oh no, she's not my real sister. She's my sister in Christ. Nigga, please. You lied, boy. This is some bullshit, y'all.
I'm gonna need them to leave
Wow.
Sky Daddy out of this. Leave Sky Daddy out of this. Y'all get that girl child.
What?
But do you notice in this statement, one thing that stands out is that they said some things are true and some things are not true.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm still lost with the cicada in Christ. I didn't know that was such a thing.
look, y'all. Yeah, that's my sister in Christ. Y'all read me wrong. They always deflecting. Boy, you said that was your sister. You didn't say that was my sister in Christ. This here, ladies, will not age well if they find out this girl is lying. Y'all got to stop this. Whoever going in and out their door, can you go on mute real quick?
I'm sorry, that was me.
That's okay. Tamika Mallory, listen, ladies, divested women, get your fist out the air. Every time something comes up, right? Sit back. What I always say, take a fucking breath. We on this panel took several fucking breaths because the very first news report sounded janky as hell. I'm sorry, what? On a highway. On a highway. She the only motherfucker, she the only somebody that saw a baby walking down the goddamn highway. One call. That's it.
Was
This
she
will
high
not
or
age.
something?
Huh?
Was she high?
That's a rumor going around. Sorry.
Look,
And by
I don't know, but whatever it is, I'm not giving this bitch no excuses. Fuck that, because by now she should have came out and said, my bad, y'all, I was high, I lied my ass off. So even if she was high out of her mind, why continue the lie? Oh well.
And I had wanted to point out Hoover is actually a suburb of Birmingham. This is not the middle of nowhere in Alabama. So to say that no one else saw this, Tommy Pickles, as Snapple says, is foolishness. Hoover is a suburb of Birmingham. Lots of folks drive around and through it.
Yeah, it's pretty damn busy. Birmingham is a Blackistani hub. There's a lot of crime there. Their investigators always are overworked because they're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Don't nobody got time for this.
Yes.
The police are already stretched the fuck out. They didn't need this shit.
And that's the reason why I said what I said. Because, like I said, my family is there. So when I went back, I'm like, okay, I know everybody. I'm seeing the city. Everybody in fight or flight. That's what happens. It was the same thing with what happened with Cupcake McKinney. Say what you want about Birmingham, but when shit like this pop off, the whole city be ready. The whole city. So all these people in fight or flight response because they trying to figure out like what the fuck going on, and then that's why I say it's really really fucked up the attitude that her folks taking, and then you got these people on social media taking this attitude like these folks they don't owe nobody no explanations after all that. That's fucked up, man.
And you
Listen,
know
y'all,
what? Oh,
let's just keep it real. Can I keep it real with y'all? This is going to be elitist as fuck as far as this bitch's post right here. Socially acceptable statements go as follows. All life is precious. You know, nothing's worth somebody's life. That's fortune cookie shit. In real life, some lives mean more than others. Huh? In real life, some lives mean more than others. So what I advise you do is not do this. Don't do that, because you're going to pull people out the goddamn clouds and they going to ask you, okay, well, what did she add to society besides lying about dropping out of nursing school and all this shit here? What the fuck did she add to it? Okay? Don't do this, because you're going to make somebody tell you the truth about what's really real instead of that shit you learned in high school about everybody's equal. Everybody, get out of it. That's delusional. Go ahead, Snapple.
Well, speaking of Tamika's post, okay, she's talking about the resources and whatnot. But again, back to this ratchet ass, mammy ass family of hers, back to the Red Roof Inn. Why didn't they, if they got a tip or a call that she was at the Red Roof Inn, how come they didn't call local law enforcement so that they could deploy these resources that Mammy Mallory mentioned? Okay, no, what they did was roll up like some hoodlums, 6 car loads, rolling up to random ass Red Roof Inns, scaring the poor receptionist, pulling up, talking about Carlee is there. And they denied it, but then today, and homegirl's latest statement, because she keep posting like she about to drop an album, how many statements are you going to post? She acknowledged the Red Roof Inn, and said that somebody reached out to her and that she thought Carlee was there, so they went there. They don't even cooperate. They wasn't even fucking It's like, it's so crazy. It's just they need to get arrested.
Why wasn't Tamika Mallory adding the 100 black men of Birmingham? Why wasn't she adding the 100 black men of Detroit? Why wasn't this thing, directed towards them? Why are you demanding that people of other communities come show up for you? Oh shit!
That's what I'm saying.
I can answer why she didn't ask the 100 men of
because
Tennessee.
they ain't there. I got you, Melanie, but I'm just being extra right now. Why you didn't ask black men to locate this bitch and demand it like you did just these people here?
Why didn't she herself travel there, right? That's what I'm saying.
All that stuff sounds good. They don't really mean that shit.
Okay. Any closing words on this bitch's case? I will continue to monitor the shit. Hopefully she's told at least one truth. Hopefully all of this is a misunderstanding. But one thing's for certain, bitch, it don't look good. There are several lies that have been told. That's already been proven. What actually happened, the public deserves to know because you included Russell family, the public, in trying to locate her. So once she's located or she shows up, then you get on your motherfucking platforms and tell people what the hell is going on. Because people of all races was worried about your little black girl.
Yes, because that's why I bought Anaya Blanchard mom. That's a whole white lady.
And this woman, all the love and support that could have been poured out for a young woman who was truly, truly in distress. Well, we got Carlee. So
I hate that this is such a waste, but
and that woman child got killed for real, and you sitting up here playing. What type of shit? You done opened all kind of wounds, I'm sure, for that lady, and y'all sitting up here playing.
And DZ, to circle back to what you said at the beginning of this segment, DZ is absolutely correct. This is not going to look good for Black women collectively, and this is why divestors denounce hood rat, mammy ass behavior, because we get affected by it. So think about it. When heaven forbid, but if you get into an issue and you need law enforcement, how likely are they to believe you now?
Lord have mercy. Oh, well, we're going to look out and see what the updates was. But I'm going to tell you this. Any experienced Black woman that's been a Black woman all her fucking life and seen and peeped inside a Blackistan firsthand, you knew this shit was fucked up. The very first news report. Really? Nah, you're not going to piss on me and tell me it's raining. Skipped over, but too much shit done came out, so she had to be mentioned. So.
And I gotta say one thing, ladies, these mammies out there, I'm gonna be honest, you guys need the cops more than we do. I just had to say that because basically you guys know where you are, and that's where we aren't.
They need the cops more than we do because when they get their teeth knocked out, who the hell they calling?
Yeah, bitches are acting like it's above Black women to do some shit like this, but yeah, I need y'all to take a look at your screen. Yeah, she did the same fucking thing. Stop this shit, Black women.
And for some dusty dick as well.
This is
another dick thing.
It's always a dick thing with these bitches. God damn. I need to open up a sex toy goddamn store so you bitches can go ahead and get a couple of these nuts off of you so you can start thinking clearly. What's happening?
Make sure they're painted black or something.
Anyway.
They can't be any other color, right?
And if I'm not mistaken, old girl is also an AKA. So I know they getting ready to be embarrassed like a motherfucker because she represent y'all organization on top of that.
Child, they ain't gonna claim this one that she is an AKA. They ain't gonna claim this one whenever something good happened. Oh, we going to vice presidency. When you get a stupid ass remedial bitch, the heads go in the sand. You taking off all your green and pink, ain't you, motherfucker?
Well, she could have. DZ, she could have passed that NUCLEX exam if she had been away from the dusty situation.
Now, Ebony, for your business venture of selling Black dildos. You need to make it really look like the black man's dick. Oh, excuse me, ladies, black male. So you need to make sure there's some little pustules or like some crusties on
That's
it.
DZ. I'm not selling them.
I
Kyra,
don't.
Kyra, stop it. Just log out. I'm just kidding.
I
Let's
did
go,
not want that visual.
let's go, y'all. Carlee, we gonna drag your ass if you was lying. Next, stupid bitch on the block. We got us Miss Sexy Red. Now, I don't know what y'all feelings are on her, but I already know how the fuck I feel about it. If with all the opinions, I think we all can agree that her motherfucking ass don't need to be anywhere near minors with that type of music. When I was putting my slides together last night, my husband walked past my laptop and he said, that's the girl that you talked about before. Wait, let me remember. She said my vagina pink, my booty black, and I'm on the attack. I'm like, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, he had me on the goddamn ground. No, that's not quite the lyrics, sir. You was in the ballpark, but that wasn't it. Anyway, she goes up to the school and the kids was having a fucking fit. So let's go ahead and take a look at her at the high school, y'all.
This is a rap. I told y'all don't come on this court. Y'all came on the court. Gotta shut it down. Everything shut down. Go sit back down. Everybody. Y'all just messed it up. Everybody go sit back down. I told y'all don't come on this court. I told y'all do not come on this court.
Who was that?
A bitch named Sexy Red. She's a rapper and she says some of the most vulgar shit in the world. She grown, she do what she want to do, whole shit, just like Sukiyana. But the problem is those are minors. Okay, so once she got the backlash for showing up at that school, she went to walking it back, talking about how I just came there to donate some bundles and give boys money for haircuts because it was prom time. Although it's July, I'm just gonna go ahead and I guess they holding their prom in July. I don't know. Yeah, this is the slide from last time. I just wanted to remind y'all of the community because I'm petty like that, but let's just keep going. When she walked in there, that's how you walk in a high school, bitch. You talking about you there to help. This is the first thing those kids saw was you doing this, followed by gang signs, ma'am. So if you're there doing something that's supposed to be helping the kids and you on some blood or on some whatever shit, some vulgar shit, right? Maybe you should just donate and stay away from the fucking school. What you're lying about is that was a fucking marketing visit. That's what the fuck that was. The beat to Pound Town was playing in the goddamn background. Please stop with the bullshit. Let me scroll down a little bit more. So she responds. That's her walking it the fuck back, pretending as if she just wanted to do something nice for the kids. And you got black folk out here talking about, I ain't mad at her. She was trying to help some needy kids. Okay, you motherfuckers let this bitch around your kids. Okay, the next time she want to do something nice, you let Pound Town Chlamydia Red take her ass around your kids. Aaliyah, you got anything on this?
Them kids, that's all the kids needed bundles, the girls. Instead of, I mean, nobody, you didn't pay for anybody's college tuition or anything. You didn't go up there to look at the honor students to see how you could help them out. That was the best you could offer the students if you wanted to do something good. Like everybody want their children walking around with all this shit on their head. See, that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. But I'm gonna let somebody else go because see, I got a misconception that I need to clear up tonight.
This is crazy, y'all. Let me check the back real quick and then I'll get y'all. Mimi P, is this your account?
Yes, ma'am. Hey,
Okay.
DZ.
Hey,
ladies.
sit right there for a second.
Okay.
Miss Dreads, are you dusty? Miss Dreads, are you dusty? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Peace. Anyway, Mimi P, did you have anything to add before I go off and then pass the mic to someone else?
Not much, because y'all didn't took the words out of my damn mouth. Like, for real. I think the mammies need to just be more now, be proactive on denouncing this bullshit, because at any given moment it could be them that's missing.
Mm. Alrighty then. Y'all quit letting people play in your face. Because she got backlash for going up to that school, immediately, if you read just one psychology book, what she did was turn on the sympathy card. Well, I was just up there because I remember not having bundles for my hair and I just wanted to give back. Bullshit. That's a marketing strategy that she just did, offering these kids hair so that they can go ahead and listen to her music if they didn't already know about her. And I've seen TikToks, y'all, with toddlers singing this shit. It's a mess. Snapple, you got anything?
Uh,
Yeah, I think it's wholly inappropriate for the booty hole brown girl to be up at anybody's school. I don't give a damn what the age is. I think it's extremely unacceptable. And what you have here is what's going to happen with her and those like her. We're going to have the whole thing. It's going to be another Suki. When Suki was first kind of breaking out, first going viral, there's always people like, oh, okay, but but when white women embrace their sexuality, and now everyone's clutching their fucking pearls. I've been peeped that shit the whole time from back when Suki put that video up crying, talking about she sold her soul to the devil. She been a fucking weirdo. Same with Cardi and all these other bitches that are pushing this nasty ass fucking hood rat aesthetic. Don't know motherfucking high school kids need no goddamn bundles. That's inappropriate too. Period. So I just feel like it's inappropriate. But I'm not surprised that she got 6,000 plus likes on the comment, and people are co-signing this bullshit. This has been going on for so long, and this is what we have. Now here we are.
this is mass self delusion. I have, I saw some teenagers recently who were that excited, like the ones that you showed me, but they weren't excited over that crap. They were excited about their college, where they were going to go to college in the fall.
Girl, if somebody like
Okay,
Condoleezza Rice walked in that building, they wouldn't know who the fuck she was. They'll be asking, was that bitch the new principal?
I'm
Huh?
gonna I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna step down, y'all. I'm gonna give a chance for another girl to come up here and talk. Okay?
Thank you for participating, Melanie.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, y'all.
Bye. I have
Okay.
never seen them that excited about anything except for fuck shit. Okay, in that school,
exactly.
the administration, they need their ass dragged because what you mean, booty hole coming up there, brown booty hole? I don't have time for that, ma'am. There's nothing productive about what she's saying. It's all sex, 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 money, some more sex, some booty holes, some coochies, a few dicks, and eat niggas ass. It has
But
no place at a
DZ,
goddamn yes.
these degenerate mammies, they have some serious issues when it comes to boundaries and children. These mammy ass bitches. Because I know we drag the Kangs a lot and we call that out about the Kangs. But let's not forget how Suki was twerking on that little boy and having a whole bunch of babies and strollers and shit in her video. And there is no like boundary. Like some stuff is just fucking inappropriate. And there needs to be a separation in different aspects. But of course, rational adults know this. There is absolutely no fucking reason that horrible ass song and her, when I see her, I see the booty hole brown girl. What is she doing around
No,
children?
I need to address that comment you just put up there because see, somebody just put in the comment section about what their niece wore in her head and she go to MIT and all that. Baby, nobody cares about what your niece did. Nobody cares about what your niece wore and what school she went to. I look, I everybody is not on board with that shit. That's you and your family. If that's how y'all get down, that's how y'all get down. But what we were saying is that if that was the best she could think to offer those young ladies, you mean to tell me that as a superstar, supposedly, you got all this star power, but when you go up there, this is what you think to take those young girls that you are trying to influence. See, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. And see, I think the misconception here is that we're trying to stop hoes from being hoes. And that's pissing a lot of Black women off. Or y'all think that we're trying to convince hoes to stop being hoes. No, ma'ams. That's not what this is. Our commentary is for a specific group of women only. So for you feminist bitches, you can bet your ass that we're not talking to you or any of your followers. If you want to be a hoe, by all means, be a hoe. Sell all the ass you want. That's your business. And for those of us who are not trying to be known for just being tits and ass, we don't have time for this bullshit or the wannabe career whores. We are not upholding them in this bullshit. Do what you want to do, but do it far the hell away from well-educated, career-focused, and business-minded women who don't have time for this clownery. See, I've noticed that they never want to do this shit on their own. They always got to try to rally other people around them to support them in their bullshit. But if you feel so good about what you're doing, then you need to stand in that. But they don't want to do that. They want to get everyone else on board with their shit too. Like, damn, go be a hoe elsewhere. You are not obligated to stop hoeing, and I am not obligated to lend my support. I didn't say you had to stop being a hoe. I said you had to get the fuck away from me and the other women who don't want any parts of this shit. What's so difficult to understand about that? Personally, I think that that's fair. You don't want to be told how to live your life, and neither do I. And I don't need the whole shit in mind. So you own your own shit. The problem is they don't want to own their own shit, but they're so proud of what they're doing at the same time. Make that make sense. Oh, well, don't try to guilt trip me when I tell you that I'm not going. We've had enough of this bullshit. This may be all you have, but this is not what we want to continue putting out there that we are about as Black women and to the future young ladies that a lot of us are raising. And there's a lot of women who have been sick of this gutter, hood rat ass shit for a while. They just didn't want the smoke. But lucky for them, we don't give a fuck about the smoke or these people who stay talking shit enough to care. So if the hoes of the world want to unite and whip your titties out and walk around with no drawers on, airing out your funky pussies, which is literally what's going on now. Kyra told you about the story about the lady in the airport walking around in her coochie cutters with a pussy hanging out. That's literally what the fuck y'all doing now. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. I'll see you in the next 7 to 10 big days or 1 to 12 weeks. Because you can trust and believe my office is where the majority of y'all are going to end up. But these feminist hoes want y'all to believe that this behavior is cute or that it comes with no consequences. This is why I say y'all never grow the fuck up. But I ain't trying to re-raise grown-ass females. Y'all mammies and grandmammies should have done that. I'm just not getting this whole attitude that I can do what I want to do, but you're not supposed to judge me for it. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me how to feel about you or anything else? You don't have to change a thing. And of those of us who don't want to, we don't have to go along with your shit either. Isn't that's how life works, right? It's just that simple. Now move the fuck around.
I don't know why it is, right, that Black people are obsessed with trying to other stuff. Don't judge a book by its cover. The fact of the matter is you do get judged by your cover. It is what it is. But if you say, I'll give you an example. Black males in hoodies usually are on some criminal shit. It's always somebody that says, well, my nephew wears hoodies and he's a good boy. It's like, okay, so what does that say about the other Black men that's wearing hoodies that's knocking bitches upside their head? Are you trying to bring the guard down, or what's going on there? What was the point of that statement that we're always trying to fight for? I can walk around looking hoish or bummy or whatever, and people need to respect me because guess what? I'm this type of person on the inside. Y'all better get out them Dr. Seuss books. Okay? You better get out them Dr. Seuss books.
It's always somebody that got to come with some, I did somebody and I did so-and-so and I still did this. I know somebody who did so-and-so and they still did it. Who gives a fuck? Ain't nobody talking about you and your folks. If you want to walk around and you think it's cool to be trying to throw bundles up in these little girls' head. What about the parents sitting at home that first of all don't want you rapping about how pink your pussy is and how round or brown your booty hole is, and walking around with this shit on your head looking like a fucking pack of Skittles and all this ghetto ass shit. Everybody ain't with all that shit, and they don't want their daughters walking around like that. Some of them actually trying to teach their little girls to embrace their natural hair, but you got bitches like this always coming behind these folks trying to undo everything they trying to instill in their own kids. Get your funky ass out them folks' school. Because if she really wanted to do something good, you could donate shit without walking your funky ass in the goddamn building. They
That
just
part.
always want somebody to know they did something. Sit your ass down.
That's for tax breaks and marketing. That's all that is. She don't give a fuck about them kids' future, because if she did, she'd have donated something educational. Pull up. College tuition, maybe a car, and she'd have done that shit and wrote it off on her taxes. But no, you got to go in with the bird in your hand, right, on both fingers. Then you got to throw up the blood sign, both fingers, and then come in there, and them kids lost their goddamn mind. Looks like I know what type of family they come from. Ain't that correct? Huh? I cannot.
I'm just a little bit surprised with the way that these black males are wearing man weaves now. Why didn't she offer bundles to the black boys? Because you talk about donating educational tools. Now, you know that's a waste for the black boys. She should have donated bundles to the black boys. I don't know.
She
And
should have stayed away from that fucking school. She is too pornographic to be around children. That's just the fact of the matter. Okay.
That's why I said they always got to take somebody else along for the ride with them. They don't want to do this shit on their own. And my thing is, they see a lot of grown folks are pulling away from this shit. So now you gonna go and you want to corrupt the youth. Same shit I said about Young Miami. See, they don't want their kids to do certain shit. They'll keep their own children pure and chaste and in private school, but they'll come out all goddamn day and night and sell this shit to your children and corrupt your children with this bullshit. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can't get mad. And they did, and them parents, a lot of them parents, this person in the chat running their motherfucking mouth, but it's a lot of them parents spoke out on this and got in there. It was getting in that school's ass for having her there. That should let you know that people are getting tired of this shit.
It's not shocking anymore to see you bent over. And that's sad. That should be shocking when you see a woman bent over like that acting a fool, but it's not shocking anymore. Trish Arquette, is this your account?
Yes, it is. Good evening, DZ. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, ladies. Good evening. A lot of what I wanted to say, pretty much Aaliyah covered all of it. I really feel like that principal should be fired. If he was in any of the school around where I live, first of all, she wouldn't have even been invited on the grounds. And at face value, it does not make any sense what she did. She's a grown woman who's a vulgar rapper. So if she wanted to help out somebody in the community, why didn't she give those bundles to those kids' moms? You know, they spend enough money on that stuff. If she really wanted to help somebody, she should have
marketing. It was marketing.
Absolutely.
That's all it was.
And it's sick marketing. And with stuff like that, coupled with Sukiana's thoughting behind is in the UK right now, standing in front of Buckingham Palace talking about how she wants her you know what stretched and she want to eat at N-words A and all this. Why are you over there? I'm like, who put you on a plane to do this?
She got to spread the word. It's almost like somebody sent Suki and this bitch Sexy Red. It's almost like they're on assignment. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's go out here and fuck up black women's image. You go to London, we're gonna go over here. It's just crazy that what was the point of you walking out there being filmed saying, I'm trying to get this coochie scratch? What?
See, that's what I'm saying. We got a whole culture going on here, and they think that this shit is so cute, and they're proud of it, and they're bucking against anybody who is speaking against it. That shit that Suki did, that shit was intentional. She thinks she's being smart, but what she's doing, she gonna eventually see. This is what you call check yourself or you wreck yourself. The bitch don't want to check herself, so she gonna ultimately end up wrecking herself. So now at this point, all we gotta do is sit back and wait on it and watch the show. But then people want to get mad when you tell a bitch I told you so. But we want to run your ass all around the UK acting a goddamn fool as if you doing that shit over here in the States wasn't enough. See, that's what I'm talking about. But if this is what they want black women image to be. And since we're the ones that are so wrong, we're the elitists, we're the bougie, we're the ones who sitting up here trying to speak out against it. I tell you what, like I said, you stupid ass bitches, keep going along with this shit. Just keep that shit the fuck away from the women who don't want to be bothered with that shit. You can't force this shit on nobody, and everybody ain't going.
Actually,
Go ahead, Ebony, and then I'm gonna segue into something real quick.
actually, they have forced this on the entire world. They've basically been doing this mess for decades.
They've been
That's
making
when
attempts to, Ebony, to be honest with you. Let me just keep it real with you. They could have offered it. They could have offered it. Suki could have offered it to everybody. Why did black women accept that shit? They should have shunned that whore.
they should have been shunning this mess for 60, 70, 80 years. But that's the
Yeah.
thing. That is why the crappy stuff, black folks will pick up and carry the banner. I
But
never understood. I wish somebody would sit down and say, Ebony, here, this is why 1, 2, and 3. This is why black people don't like this, and that. They don't want to hear about any of the mess you're talking about because this is what they love. I don't understand why they love
That's who they
generacy.
are. That's
be-
who they are. And nobody wants to admit that shit. That's who black people are. The time for, political correctness is over. That's who they are. Black people are very strong-headed people. And when they don't want to do something, they don't do it. You be having to have police take their ass to the ground because they so fucking stubborn. So the shit that they putting up with, this is what they want.
It's
We are
exactly what
not
they want. But
trying.
Asians want stuff too, but they're not going to say, hey, come to my
Ebony,
kid's school
no,
and do
no,
this.
no. It's insulting to compare black people to Asians.
Oh,
That
okay.
let's just start right there. Okay.
We are not trying to stop. Let me say this again for the deaf bitches in the back. We are not trying to stop hoes from being hoes. Hoes have been around since the dawn of time. Hoes been here, they gonna stay here. Okay, you want to be a hoe? Now everybody loud and proud and living out loud and living their best life. You want to let everybody know, oh, I'm a hoe. I'm a slut. Y'all so proud of this motherfucking shit. Okay, well, fine. Well, when people say keep your hoe ass the fuck over there, how to keep your ass over there and be done with it. You don't get to tell folks how to feel about you and how to treat you. That you can't do that. You can't say, okay, this is my life. I do what I want, but then you want to try to tell me and control how I react to you. No, the same way you got the right to feel like you can live your life in the way you want. Let me tell you, I don't want to be bothered with that shit. I don't want it around me. So you stay the fuck away from me and my children. How about that? And see, I don't even have kids. I'm speaking hypothetically as a
Look,
parent.
y'all, check it out. Y'all done seen all this shit with Carlee. You seen the shit with Suki. You seen the shit with Sexy Red, okay? And many other bitches. They all grew up in households that said shit like this that's on this goddamn screen. Only God can judge me. Bitch, let me tell you something. I'm gonna go through 10 statements that y'all need to steer away from in the black community. It's not fucking true. Divested women, it is what it is. It's a whole goddamn occupation called judge. What the fuck you mean can't nobody judge you? Bitch, a judge can judge you, whore. What are you talking about? They got some asinine ass statements that don't mean shit, and they always trying to justify some shit that they doing wrong. Number one, only God can judge me. Y'all saw that on the thumbnail. What's done in this house stays in this house. That part. You motherfuckers is out here like filming their toddler singing Pound Town. And then when somebody calls CPS, you want to get mad at the kids because they at the school singing that song. And when they hear about black ass booty holes on the attack, you want to get mad because they call CPS because it sound pornographic coming out of a 7-year-old's mouth. Huh? What's done in this house stays in this house. People are usually proud of good things that's going on in their house. Why are they telling you to keep it in the house? Because it's usually bad. All right. This is one of black people's famous statements. And as I go through this list, if y'all want to jump in, let me know because it's 10 of them. All right.
DZ,
Yes, ma'am.
can I say something about this one that you just said? What happens in this? What's it say? What's done in this house stays in this house. I think that's the main issue your detractors have with this channel, because we bust out and expose all the Blackistan bullshit that happens in the house, in the Blackistan house, and they're mad that we're not supposed to be up here talking about, the moms that are abusing their daughters and bringing those strange men into the house and all the chaos and confusion. That's why they can't stand this channel, because everybody's supposed to be quiet, and Blackistan's degeneracy is supposed to remain a secret that's only supposed to be discussed amongst the people at the raggedy cookout. Fuck that shit.
Y'all, number 3, put it in God's hands. God ain't fucking with y'all like that. Look at your community. God is not fucking with y'all like that. If he was, your homicide rate wouldn't look like what it is. Your CP rate and CM rate wouldn't look that way. Domestic violence wouldn't look the way it is. Poverty wouldn't look the way it is. So you inboxing God on Instagram and he leaving your ass on red. You're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to actually do something if you want change. Was somebody trying to say something?
Well, I guess Blackistan likes to ignore the expression faith without works is dead. They just like to say, put it in God's hands to absolve themselves of any responsibility to take action in their community and in their families. Oh, well, we just put it in God's hand, leave it up to God and all that nonsense. That way they can sit around, keep doing the same fuck shit. And then if things keep going worse and worse, then they can say, well, it's God's will.
They just like quoting Bible parables. That's all it is, and telling you about allegories and all kind of shit while they promoting being whores at the same time. It's the craziest contradiction ever. This side over here, oh, we all whores. This side over here, all we gonna do is talk about God and beat you over the head with religion every time we open our mouths. It's crazy as fuck. It makes no sense. And I'm starting to think a lot of these motherfuckers, you need help. Okay, it's something seriously wrong with a lot of these people.
But Aaliyah, you're forgetting a lot of those chicks that say they stay clapping their hands and shouting God and whatnot. They're also whores. They're just doing it in the church.
Oh, absolutely, whores and long skirts. Absolutely.
Can I ask something? Hold on 1 second. You get back the energy that you put out. What did Cupcake do? Remember little Cupcake? What did she do to get beat the fuck up? She was 3 years old. That's not true. I don't care how many tarot card bitches y'all listen to, energy matching bitches, incense burning sage and yoni egg coochie motherfuckers y'all listen to. Sometimes people are just evil no matter what type of energy you put the fuck out. Pull up. Innocent people get hurt just during their day-to-day bullshit. Innocent people get beat the fuck up. So how does this even make any sense? Oh, you keep attracting people that you must be putting out some bad energy. If that ain't gaslighting, I don't know what is.
And I don't know why these pro-black bitches coming over here anyway. They shouldn't be on this channel listening to a motherfucking thing we got to say. This content is not for you. This is a divested channel. And I'm not understanding why they keep finding their way over here. We don't want to see shit your way either. We ain't trying to get together with you either. Get lost.
And well, the thing though, this goes back to, you get the energy you get put out and all that shit. That's yet again another way to absolve the black male of any responsibility for his wrongdoing, because they just say that, oh, you got beat up by Tyrone, he cheated on Tyrone, well, you attracted it.
Somebody else was trying to say something before I move on. Who was it?
Oh no, that was me. I'm sorry. I told some ladies in the Discord like a couple of days ago where it comes to in 2009, since they like really pushing this whole culture towards the younger youth. In 2009, 2010ish in my city, they had one high school that was in the urban area, like a public school, and they had a mass STD testing because there was too many students getting the HIV.
With the black community, even the nursing homes have those STDs. They had a daycare here in Georgia where a child had chlamydia as well. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me go ahead and scroll the fuck down.
And you want to know what the sad thing is? When you see that shit in those kids like that, 9 times out of 10, they got it off a towel or a wash rag. They nasty ass mama or somebody else they staying in the house we used, and that child came behind them. That's if somebody ain't messing with them, and that's a big if. But I'm just saying, that ain't the case all the time, but there's other ways. If that child come behind them and use their mama wash rag or towel, you see shit getting spread that way also.
This one right here, ladies, was directed towards you. I know it says she, but it was directed towards you. If she can't use your comb, don't bring her home. Well, they don't have a problem with black men bringing home bitches that can't use their comb. It's only a problem when you do that shit. You adhered to it. Black
What
men
does
did
that
not.
mean? What?
That
I've
means
never
don't bring
heard
home.
that.
That means don't bring home no white bitch. Okay.
Oh
They were
Lord.
talking to black women at the time. Keep
Oh,
going.
And I remember that high school outbreak that you're talking about where they had the hills. Oh, yes, I remember that whole high school outbreak. Absolutely. It happened in the 90s and it happened again in the 2000s.
All right, ladies. We've always heard this. I know I heard this coming up. He wants a freak in the sheets, but a lady in the streets. Um, I'm sorry. I don't even know how this was a thing in the black community because you bitches always been freaks, right? You can't do anything without twerking. What's so goddamn ever? It's ridiculous. Take a look.
These hoes don't even give a fuck. I swear to God, these hoes bold. Like, I swear to God. Hold on. Your window's locked. Get your windows on lock. What the fuck? Your windows on lock. I can't record shit. Your windows on. And he's sitting there. He just sitting there. No, he can't do nothing because he's a male. Nah, he a motherfucker. Police don't want this shit get back on the internet. He can't touch them niggas because he is a male. Oh, stop. What the fuck is you talking about? Yo? He said, let me give you one of those squirts.
Listen, it seems to me that you forgot the lady in the streets part. I've heard this statement several fucking times, but I have endless reels of you doing the opposite. So it's actually weird. And your grandma and them too, your mama too. She was popping a pussy to Uncle Luke. Don't stop, pop that pussy, shake them titties, doodle brown. This brown booty hole shit is getting on my goddamn nerves, and it's taken from generation to generation to generation. Let me go ahead and keep going.
See, it just seems like this is who they are. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna
It
say
just
that's
seems like
sexual
to me.
harassment.
Thank
That's
you.
sexual harassment. They grinding up on that officer against his
That's
will. Now
awful.
he would be racist if he would press charges on them because that, especially that first one, she was all up on him. That is not okay. That is sexual harassment. Don't nobody want her
That is
nasty,
not right.
funky coochie grinding up on him.
I got a question though. Who the fuck cares what a Tyrone wants in the first place? Like, so what if he wants a lady in the streets and the freak in the sheets? Tyrone doesn't own shit, can't give you shit. Who cares what the fuck he wants?
You know who cares what he wants? Mammies. Okay. These are statements coming from the black community, right? This one here, a man is gonna be a man, is just your mama telling you to forgive niggas for cheating on you. That's what she's saying. What is a man, actually? Just somebody that walk around fucking all day. They just put their goddamn hands behind their head and just thrust. No, that happens to be you, by the way. Anyway, that's her, your grandmama and them, talking about how men are visual creatures. If I hear that shit one more goddamn time, I think I'm gonna fucking scream. You ought to get loyalty from somebody that loves you. A man gonna be a man. That's some bullshit.
This one is used often in tandem with boys will be boys. That's the same bullshit. A man gonna be a man. It's the same thing as boys gonna be boys. Meaning, forgive them for they know not what they're do. That what they do is just in their DNA, and it's tied. Certain behaviors are tied to their gender, so you just have to excuse them by default because it's just what they do, right? By virtue of being men.
This is
Translation,
why
let
other
him cheat in peace.
this is why other cultures have blown past us.
Yeah, and they're gonna stay blown past us. The
This
black folk ain't
this is
going no
why.
goddamn where. They ain't going no damn where. I
This
promise
is
you they
why.
not. You have to give respect. Heard somebody that was actually being respectful say this statement. Usually it's a motherfucker that's losing their shit, talking loud in public, asking people to respect them without having to give any. So they put the onus on you to respect them while they acting like wild, untamed beasts out here. You got to give respect to get respect. I have never heard any kind person use this statement. I've never heard it because usually the kind person is going to be respected. But no. With black folk, they love this statement because it gives them a reason to act a fool. And when you treat them kind, it's a way for them to pounce on your ass. I have never in my fucking life heard a nice person use this statement. Pull up. Oh Lord, I can't with black folks. Let's keep going.
They don't have any respect for anybody, not even themselves. That's what I find ironic about that giving respect to get respect. They don't give it to begin with, which is why they don't get any from others outside the community. That's what it is. And I'm convinced that this is just we just dealing with a group of trashy ass people. They like trash. This is where they live. They don't want anything else. This is all they know, and that's just what it is.
Listen, what nigga bitch, right? How many have y'all heard say this garbage on this screen? There's so many things wrong with the statement, I'm blessed and highly favored. It's ridiculous. First of all, if you're favored, that means your God is not loving everybody equally, aren't they? Miss Mallory, Tamika Mallory, blessed and highly favored, that means that somebody is being chosen more over the other one or liked more than the other one. Are you implying that your God has favorites? Kind of like in real life, huh? When people do a little bit more to get certain people back, just depending on what they add to society, how useful they are in society, how much they're worth, how much respect do they have. That's interesting. This statement right here is usually coming from a bitch that got a hard ass wig on, lipstick that don't match her skin fucking tone. She got on a raggedy ass Rue 21 fucking dress. Her middle toe is longer than her big toe. Her heel got 2 inches worth of crust on the back, and she talking about she blessed and highly favored. I'm calling cap. Big time. Anybody got anything on this bullshit? I hate this saying. It's
And
usually a
they
busy
only
bitch
say
saying
this.
this shit.
And most of the time, they only say this shit when they talking shit to other folks, because they think you just told somebody something, right? When you say I'm blessed and highly favored, yeah, because you trying to rub your good fortune or whatever it is you got in somebody else's face. I
It's
guess
usually a
that's
broke bitch doing it. That's the crazy
exactly.
part.
But I guess we've also thrown out the window that pride being one of the 7 deadliest sins. When you got to brag about how blessed and highly favored you are. Okay.
Mm.
Do
Your
they
grown ass,
realize that? I'm sorry.
your grown ass being favored over innocent children. Your God has an issue, bitch. I'm just gonna tell you, if your crusty, funky ass is being favored over innocent babies and children, then your God got a problem, whore. I'm dead ass serious. And it's usually a bitch that when she open up her wallet, it's a peach card, Oregon Trail card, some sort of entitlement program card talking about you blessed and highly favored. I guess so. The tax citizens that made sure you can get that hard ass wig that smell like ass crack up under it because you sleep in the motherfucker, sweating all up under your titties and shit. I can't stand these bitches that use this statement. Fuck out of here.
That
Go ahead.
statement usually came from the Ileana women in the church. Instead of saying beloved, that's what they said.
Shit. Anybody got anything on this one before I go to the last one?
Well, you're forgetting, DZ, that those hard wigs that you're dragging do protect them from bullets. So there is some value in that. Remember that video you showed us?
No,
Bulletproof wigs. Wow.
them the kind of wigs they trying to take from them bundle Sexy Red was trying to get them high school girls. Them the type of wigs that you get from them bundles that she was giving out. All you need is the wig cap and a needle and some thread. There you go.
Let's get some controversy started. Oh, this is only true sometime. Let me tell you something, mammies, those that desire a good black man. Your black doesn't crack. The shit shatters, bitch. You look terrible. Your eyes are sunken in the back of your head. You always got a fucking headache, and you adding to that headache, patting on that goddamn weave because the shit fucking itch. You acting a damn fool. Listen, black don't crack when it's taken care of. I have seen several shattered black around this motherfucker. Black requires moisturizer. It requires water. It requires care. It requires rest. It requires good mental health. It requires health insurance. It requires a steady income. Just because your ass is black, bitch, you might want to you might want to just sit down on this one because it's not true all the time.
And,
This is
HIV and other STDs y'all are getting from Tyrone's, they take a toll on your black don't crack it too. Just
and
putting that
see
out there.
this is another statement that has outlived its usefulness because a lot of black women can't run around saying this shit no more because clearly your black cracking, which is why all of this surgery y'all getting is necessary, and everybody walking around here looking like plastic blow-up dolls at this point. So apparently the black was cracking, or you trying to stop it from cracking, and it's gonna eventually crack either way because you full of plastic. So hey.
So all I'm gonna say on this, anybody got anything on it before I pull it down? Those are the 10 statements that I can think of off of my head. I'm sure if I put some more thought to it, it's some more shit that could get added to this motherfucker. But those statements are bullshit. They're reassuring for no reason. I do positive affirmations every day. And girl, it ain't working. You need some more shit. You need some action, boss. You need to get in there and make sure shit happens, because them positive affirmations ain't working. Neither is your juice diet. Neither is you burning sage. You got to get up, make changes, and make shit happen. But hey, that is what it is. Pulling it the fuck down. Miss Dreads, I see you in the back, but here's the deal. When I pulled you up, you didn't have anything to say. So before we go over this next thing, I'm going to go ahead and put my banner up, right? And then when I say, "Are you dusty?" you have to say something this time, all right? So, Ms. Dreads, are you dusty?
No, ma'am. Can you hear me?
How are you? Yes, bubbly, but I can hear you.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't say anything earlier because it was so weird sounding. But
Okay.
I just wanted to. I'm great. How are you guys?
Fucking
Good,
amazing.
good.
I just wanted to comment on the first story.
Go ahead while I'm
I
pulling up
live in
my other shit.
Alabama. Okay, I live in Alabama. I live in Birmingham, which is Hoover is one of the outlying cities. But 459 is an interstate. And when I heard the story, the first question I asked was, who's going slow enough on the interstate to see anything? The speed limit is 70. Everybody when I'm on there, we at least hitting 85, 90. So
Well, that's
it
what's
was
up.
weird sounding from the beginning, and it's still weird sounding.
Yeah, I think a lot of black women are, and me included. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because this is going to be embarrassing. Either way, it's embarrassing as hell that this even took place like this. But hey, I appreciate you coming up.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Before I show y'all Carlee's parents, I want y'all to look at the parallels in somebody that actually did get busted lying about being kidnapped. Okay? There's several parallels. Let's go.
It was an intense day across Westmoreland County after the reported disappearance of Chloe Stein, a 23-year-old police were told was about to graduate on Saturday from Penn State Greater Allegheny.
There was a scare that went on through the entire community.
But after more than 20 hours of searching for Chloe Stein and questioning as many people as they could, police concluded Stein's disappearance was all a lie. That lie included the report she was a college senior, a detail that can be seen on her Instagram bio reading PSU 23.
One of the things that came to light while we were searching for you was this college thing. This college, your family thinks you're graduating on Saturday. That's not happening. You know you're not graduating on Saturday.
I reached out to Penn State Greater Allegheny this morning. They tell me Stein hasn't been enrolled at any Penn State campus since the fall 2018 semester. That is one of the big reasons police changed their approach to this investigation.
Now, all of a sudden, as an investigator, we're thinking, well, wait a second, there's alternatives. There's reasons for her to quote unquote disappear, to escape life.
Police say the lies didn't stop there. After being taken into custody, police say Stein even gave herself some minor injuries and told them she had been pulled over, held at gunpoint, and blindfolded. Stein's attorney released a statement saying his client and her family are grateful for the support and kindness for all concerning recent events. And to that end, they respectfully request privacy at this time.
Didn't that sound so familiar? From the we need privacy to the expectations of your achievements happening that actually didn't happen, right? people are saying that that girl's parents are, well-to-do or whatever. Yeah, they're well-to-do. She's not, though. She's actually living in her parents' house, and she was having problems with her relationship. It's still up on the wall whether she actually graduated from nursing school. And what stuck out the most to me was that privacy shit. When people are lying, they love to ask for privacy. Okay. So I hope something better comes out of what she got going on. But like I said again, ladies, it's not looking good. This story here kind of looks like what's going to happen next with the Russell family, but only time will tell. Anybody got anything on this?
Not on this, but I do have one final thing to say. But no, you got time. Go ahead.
Honey, it's like this. When I was listening to that news report, I'm like, damn, there's a similarity. There's another similarity. Here's another similarity. Stuff that she was posting on her social medias wasn't actually true. Then you having these text messages with all these conflicting, statements and shit. It's weird. But hey, like I said,
Easy.
Yes.
I'm really happy you played this and it was a white girl who got
Mhm.
exposed for it being a hoax, because I'm sick and tired of these raggedy pro-Black women brigade people on social media like, oh, who cares? So what? She's a Black woman. And even if it was a hoax and it was you know what? First of all, we're not going to play a mental health card either. If it was a mental health related thing, it's still not okay what she did. Let's just make that very fucking clear. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad you showed a white girl so that everybody can calm their tits and stop acting like, oh, you guys are only poking holes in her story because she's a Black woman. No, it's just, it's a person, and a person's story is not adding up. So we're interested.
That's why when the show first started tonight, I asked what the fuck was in the air, because this case right here was just 2 months ago. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's not easy to stage a crime, people. It's not. You're gonna fuck up somewhere. You would have to have some goofy ass investigators. I mean, the whole goddamn, the people that's testing DNA, fingerprints, people that's looking at your cell phone, the tech people, all these people, and let's not forget the actual investigators. You got all these people looking at this shit, and you got to honestly be full of yourself to think that you're gonna fool each and every one of those individuals into thinking this actually happened to you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Co-signing bullshit in the name of sisterhood. Don't stand with Black women no other time. But when it comes to some bullshit or some fuckery, oh, you all first in line. You're Black first. You're Black woman. Hear me roar bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. This is the type of bullshit that we get behind. But then when somebody got a real message that could help, see, that's what I'm saying. We somehow become the bad guys because we speak out against whole culture, some shit that's actually damaging the Black woman's image and reputation. But you got a motherfucker up here telling all, they been busted in all kind of lies, and we ain't even heard the story in its entirety. So who knows what else the fuck is gonna come out by the time this investigation concludes. You cannot call this for what it is, but we are the fucking problem. That's why I say I'm done with y'all. I'm done with a lot of y'all. I can't do it.
Look, y'all, it's certain things I know that Black women should be some of the most patriotic women on the planet. They should, because y'all buying into a lot of stuff that's getting y'all hurt out here. Okay, you taking it to other countries. You saw what Suki did, and you got one woman over here, y'all. I don't know what's getting ready to happen to her, but she thought that bullshit that American Black women or immigrant Black women from Jamaica, Africa, and all these places thought that they can do that shit in other places. Everybody's not going. That's why I said, you ought to love America, because you taking some of that shit to Dubai, and this is happening to you. This is some crazy shit.
Nah, but you want to know what the weird thing is?
On
Even
Fox, the last 2 months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai.
Fox 26's Dominique Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Dominique.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City. But according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
Hello. You got to knock this shit off, especially if you think you finna be some sort of globe trotter. You got to love America, because this is the only place that you half-ass getting away with this shit. You cannot go other places and do this shit. And guess who she's asking to get her home? The white man, the racist white man. Look, y'all, I'm just Aaliyah, Snapple, and all these women up here are just trying to make sure you're okay. I'm checking your pulse, see what's going on, what's your blood pressure, because you buying into what these liberated quote unquote bitches are talking about, and then you thinking that because you have an American passport that you can take it to certain places. It's a whole bunch of women in this globe, on this globe, that would love to be in this country. That's why they, be hauling ass down here. But anyway, y'all can't take that whole shit up other places. Y'all can't take that haughty motherfucker. You don't talk to me like that. I love America. Do you understand me? Like I said, black women ought to be the most patriotic. Anybody got anything before I keep playing this shit? Because she's in a bit of trouble. All right, let's keep going.
I was just about to say, that the crazy thing is when you are a Black American and you take that shit to the other folks' country, even the Black women that's from those countries don't want nothing to do with you. They go ahead and separate themselves immediately and point out the fact that you are an American, right? You do realize that, because they don't want to be associated with none of that shit. So even they know when to separate themselves from your bullshit and your whole shit. Oh no, I don't want you to think I'm like these Americans. So that's why I say, we over here, the American women that are level head and have our heads on straight, we got to start adopting some of this other shit. Because these folks knowing when to get associate with you when it's time to make money, and when to get the fuck away from all of y'all. And we need to be the same way. I'm sorry, but that's what it's going to come down to. These people don't want better. They don't want change. You see, they come over here in the comment section just to talk shit to us and argue with us when they know what we're saying is the fucking truth. No, I ain't got time. And nobody has time for that bullshit.
Look, y'all. Go ahead.
Oh, in between those girls and these passport bros, they're really tarnishing our images around the thing. Luckily, many of them can't afford to go to one of the ritzier places, but apparently this chick could. And that's also another thing about economics too. A lot of times we as Americans hear, when you Black and you're traveling with an American passport, you're not Black like you are to America. You actually have social clout because of your American passport in a lot of countries. So a lot of Black people hear that, and they can push their weight around in some countries, but they're usually like third world or developing. But you can't pull something like that in a conservative ass country like Dubai or Egypt.
When we're in Discord, we always talk about know where you are, know the room, know which mask to put on, because your shoes that you're wearing, they might have been purchased in America, but when you land in other folks' country, their rules go. That's why a bitch like me ain't never visiting Africa. Pull up. I have no desire to get down to my roots and none of that shit. Fuck all that shit. I'm American around this bitch. I ain't going no fucking where. Let's keep going, y'all, because this is a mess. And to be honest with you, I don't feel sorry for her. Learn to read the goddamn room.
Right.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting.
Look at that picture. Would you take a look at that picture? Ladies, am I saying it's right what went down? I don't agree with it, so I stay out of these people's way. You better know where you at. If you on the side of the road talking to a police officer, don't jump bad. Because make no mistake about it, he has a gun and he has the right to use it. None of your neck switching, calling motherfuckers out their name, doing all this extra shit and flailing, it's not going to work, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up losing your fucking life. So move strategically. Where she is, that's not America. If that dude was talking shit to her, it's like this. If you think you a punk, look at where she at now. You better punk the fuck out so you can make it home safe. That's what they not gonna tell you. Okay, we get too jiggy everywhere and everybody's not going, y'all. I want y'all to protect yourself. Put your safety first.
What it comes down to is that when you see this type with this aesthetic, you know exactly what you're going to be dealing with. And what it is, these are the type of black women that have to have the last word.
Yes.
It don't matter what the conversation is, what the argument is. They gonna keep going and going and going because they have to have the last word. So when he said something, she felt like he got a little too loud with her. That neck started shaking and them lips and let me get you together because you don't see this is what I'm talking about. That shit there,
y'all. She been over there for 2 months. I couldn't imagine being in nobody's jail for 2 minutes, much less 2 months. Okay, and what my banners say, she fucked around and she found the fuck out. She hasn't been to court yet. She may go to prison in Dubai on her flexing ass self. This is a bad situation. Y'all, it's okay to go ahead and just be in the corner, eat your food, and sit the fuck down. It's okay. That doesn't make you some sort of pussy or some sort of coward, especially if you don't have any backup. And ma'ams, you don't have any protection whatsoever. Them niggas over there in Dubai ain't finna help this whore. Do you hear me? She's getting ready to be in a little bit of trouble. Hopefully she makes it back safe, but don't mistake that for me feeling sorry for her because I know bitches like this.
And to add to what you're saying, know where you're going. Yes, Dubai might be this nice, rich city, but it's in the Middle East. Know where the fuck you're going and know that that type of shit will not fly. And like DZ said, sometimes you need to be meek, quiet, and live to fight another day, so to speak. Or know who to be fighting in front of. Fighting with some cabbie or something. Hell no. You need to wait till you go to court if possible. Like you need to be strategic. Don't be twerking on them either in Dubai because those men are not going to restrain themselves like the cops over here. They're going to take that as an invitation.
Yes.
They are.
I'd be scared shitless if I was over there. I'd be prying around like an alley cat. They would never see me.
And see, I was actually planning a trip to Dubai, and the first thing I did was go and look up all the rules from the Emiratis because I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I know exactly what's allowed and what's not allowed. A lot of times we just hop on flights going anywhere in the world because we think we have that right. You haven't looked up their cultures. You haven't looked up the traditions, the societal norms, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. See, we don't do any homework. And so when you go into countries like this, and it's like you got to know the basic stuff that you do over here in the US that might fly. When you go over there, that shit is illegal and will get your ass thrown in jail. And when I saw all the rules that they had in Dubai for shit that you could not do out in public, I was like, see, I know I would be in jail because you don't know. If you don't do your homework, you don't know as an American.
Y'all, my husband said, I bet you soon as she got off the flight, the black girl siren went off. I'm like, babe, what is the black girl siren? He said, you know that sound that they make when they're happy? Hey, hey. And I'm like, he was on some shit the other night while I was putting my
I was
slides
thinking
together.
the same thing. DZ, I thought before you said that she was arguing with somebody, I thought she was, yelling like, hey, 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 turn up, period.
Yo, do you guys know that Nicki Minaj almost got arrested in Dubai for almost hugging a male fan?
Yeah, it's a lot you can do, and that's the reason why she got arrested. Because I heard you cannot talk loudly like that in public. I read that like years ago. Like you cannot do just what's acceptable over here. Like you cannot do that. Never mind the fact that he was a man.
Yeah,
they don't think about that either in the Middle East. Look at your color, look at your gender. Like no man.
right. And they didn't say anything about him yelling at her. Pay attention to that. There was no problem with him yelling at her.
Her mother is the only one that said that he was getting aggressive. Like she was standing right there. No, your daughter said he was getting aggressive. I don't know how the fuck he was talking, but hey, they videotape everything else. Maybe she has a video of what the fuck went down because they stay with them cell phones out. Prove it, ma'am. It's not on your side. The favor, you're not blessed and highly favored right now. I'm just telling you.
Well, the thing though is in Dubai, they actually value more their citizens than foreigners, unlike America. Oops.
That's a lot of countries too. And in Dubai, like men and women are not allowed to interact like physically with each other. Like you can't
no
hug a man in
PDA
public.
whatsoever. No holding
That's
hands.
why Nicki Minaj, her security had to stop her. He's like, no, you can't hug him. And she's like, what? He's like, then the cops were on their way over.
And
they're
this
like,
is
no,
the
you
people they
can't hug
took
him.
These are the people they taking advice from. You know what I mean? Soon as somebody like Nicki Minaj go live, they hanging on to every word she says, and she don't even know where she at half the time. And then I see how they didn't put that. It wasn't national news that she got a breast reduction. You see how that worked? Y'all's media is fucked up. Anyway, let me Crystal, is that how you say that? Are you Dusty?
No, ma'am. I'm not Dusty. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to talk about the story that you guys were just talking about, because it reminds me of a few years ago, I went to Greece with the Black Travel Group. And when we got to Santorini, it was like their high holy day. It was like around like their Easter. And so the whole group just about wanted to go into the town and, whatever, mingle. But
y'all fucked around and found out?
No, not me. I didn't go because I'm like,
did they
I
fuck
got
around
common
and find
sense.
out?
They did. They went down there they were bikini clad, booties out, and everything.
Oh shit!
And when they text the group chat, you could tell something was amiss. I had did like a little bar crawl, me and a little other group. They went down there. Them people in Greece called them every N word with the hard R that it
That
was.
part.
Spit on them and everything.
You
I'm like, why
cannot
would
go
you
these.
descend upon? Exactly.
You cannot go to these people's spot bringing that hood rat shit. Some people are willing to be violent to keep that nigga shit out of their area. That's why I'm telling y'all it's dangerous to think that you're gonna walk around now all of a sudden you want to rep America when you was just on your Twitter the other day talking about how racist America is. But anyway, you can't go to these places with that nonsense. So before you start globetrotting, Crystal, you got a lot of humming in the back. You must be in your car.
I am, but that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you for coming up. K Sloan, is this your real account?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me
Hey,
see
DZ.
something. Is this your real account?
Yes, ma'am. This is my real account.
Well, hello, K Sloan. How are you, ma'am?
DZ, it's so good to hear your fucking voice. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to curse less, but hey, DZ. Hey, ladies. Hey, everybody in the chat. I just wanted to come in real quick and also piggyback on this situation. So, DZ, a couple of y'all know I work in the Middle East, like several months out of the year. As a matter of fact, a couple months ago, I just got back from Amman, Jordan. I've been through Dubai about 8 times now, transiting through and for work and for pleasure. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to keep it short. These people do not give a fuck about your blackness, about you being blackity black.
Yes.
They do not give two shits. And I'm not talking so much to the people watching, but I'm talking to the lurkers who want to come in and fight with us in the comments and stuff like that and try to refute us. Outside, y'all may be able to pull that bullshit with the white people here in America and maybe with some of the white people in the UK and Australia and shit, but the rest of the world, 90% of the world does not give two fucking shits. Black Americans are so entitled. It kills me sometimes when I've never been to Greece, but I have been in situations traveling outside of the country where, yes, Black women will come out with the booties jiggling, and don't get me wrong, beautiful women, absolutely beautiful women, but loud as fuck, acting like Miss Suki Hana, Lord bless her heart, acting like that, and people are not going to stand for it. And let me tell you something: if you think prison is unfair and corrupt and everything here in America, you do not want to be in a fucking Egyptian jail cell. You do not want to be in a Dubai jail cell or an Emirati jail cell. I know those people got money, but they ain't treating young. Excuse, I almost said the word, DZ. I'm sorry. They're not going to treat your black ass the same. They're not going to treat your black ass the same. So please, like DZ said, please do your research. Have some decorum about yourself. No one gives a crap about your hot girl summer, about your wigs, about your BB. No one fucking cares. Like that race baiting shit that works in America, that's not going to work overseas. But please just be careful. Have some decorum. Do some research and have fun out there, guys. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you for coming up, K Sloan. Love you, boo.
Can I say
Y'all,
something real quick?
sure.
If you can remember that whole shit was broadcast with the basketball wives when they was going overseas as a girls trip and they was acting their asses. I think that kind of like set the tone for thinking that black women, you know what I'm saying, those type of women could be like that shit over there
Oh,
if
they
they were to
expect it
travel.
now. This is our media coverage. This is what basketball wives, real housewives of this place and that place and other shit. Y'all, they see that shit over there, right? And that stuff that you were taught in high school and what the church told you and all that. Don't judge a book by its cover. People are going to judge you by by what you how you show up. Period. And don't
That's
forget, before some people that aren't that they don't deal with black people a lot, when they see you come and you are emulating, I'm talking about from the lace front to the contoured nose to the outfit, they gonna expect you to act like one of these goddamn reality whores. I'm
That's
telling
why
you.
I said they are killing our social capital. I don't know what they think is going on in the rest of the world. Like people are seeing you. Like what the fuck? But you cannot tell them nothing. I
And to add to what Aaliyah is saying, because of the Sukis and the Real Housewives and all this shit, we are guilty until we prove ourselves innocent individually. So understand this. When you go to these places, especially places that do not have a lot of black people, you don't even have to leave the country. Go to Wyoming, go to Yellowstone Park. You show up there, folks are going to expect you to start acting a fool or start shaking your ass on a buffalo or something. You have to prove yourself as innocent. And that's why the we hate these Sukiana types, because they have made it so that we're all guilty until we show ourselves as innocent.
Over there on Patreon, I gave the ladies just some basic tips about how to take a cruise and what to avoid. I'm telling you, I'm not getting ready to go through all this other shit right now. Y'all, there's a certain way that you can go in where people know you not on that shit. It's real basic shit, and I think we'll talk about that tonight in Discord. But you can't take that Real Housewives, that haughty, righteous indignation shit places, because people they tense up, they muscles start tensing up, and they ready to see what your next move gonna be, and their next move is gonna be real strong. Okay, that's their country.
You see,
Okay,
they had the Real Housewives of Dubai. That shit got one season. I don't think it made it past that, and I don't think it's gonna get another season. I was surprised when they even allowed the first season, but I don't think that shit gonna get, because they don't want that shit over there in their country like that. They ain't even trying to send the message that this is okay for you, regard to be over here. No, that ain't gonna fly with them.
look, y'all,
But
this has been a real heavy one, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Please be safe. I'm waiting for that other Carlee shit to come out. I hope that there was one truth told. I hope that there's one, so we'll have something to hang on to, but it's not looking good. So I'm gonna lighten you ladies' hearts before you go, because I like to send you off on, either something controversial or something very, very funny.
I got
Ladies,
one.
please say
I'm,
what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I had one last thing I wanted to say before
Oh, go
you
ahead, because
get
mine
off
is
here.
accompanied with something really, really funny. So go
Okay.
ahead.
I just want to give one last word to our supporters. And notice I say our supporters because I don't have anything for these other hosts. But look here. Think about this. How many times have I told y'all that the mammy is the Naker's co-conspirator? See,
Ooh.
now y'all are seeing the betrayal up close and firsthand now. Because so many of y'all thought you had an ally on here. And the same ally you thought you had, now she's sitting over there calling them all kinds of bad wenches and every damn thing else with her Naker. So I need y'all to let this be another lesson to you. Don't say I didn't try to give you the game, because I did. The woman who runs this channel did. The women who frequent this panel did. We all did. You think these women are on board with swirling and all of this other stuff? I hate to say we told you so, but we did. So Here's one last thing. You never trust a mammy who sleeps with a naker. You never turn your back on her. You never tell her your secrets, and you never hand her the knife to put in your bag. And
That
that's all
part.
I'm gonna say on that.
That part. Y'all, black people are psychotic. They're psychotic. This shit was so sad but funny at the same time. You got a lot of black women out here that they have relationship goals. It's so many relationship gurus out here. That's why I don't touch that shit. They full of shit. It always comes to find out they in some toxic ass situation. But anyway, I digress. Y'all, let's see. I think this is a funny relationship goal for the remaining mammies that hang out in the clouds and stuff. Don't be drinking nothing when you see this fool, okay? Let's go.
No, don't touch my shit. See, this is how it always happens. This is how it always happens. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Dirty ass bitch. Fuck you. Bitch, I got money, bitch. I got money, bitch. I got money, bitch. I got money, bitch. Fuck you mean? I got motherfucking money, nigga. I got motherfucking.
Not the treasure trove. Not the treasure trove bobbing and weaving with that mop head.
Oh my God. Relationship goals, everybody. Black love around this bitch. The way he said, I don't give a fuck. The first time I'm like, God damn, that came from the depth of his diaphragm, baby. But hey, and everybody argues. I can hear mammies now. Y'all, I'm going to Discord. I love y'all. I'll see y'all Friday.
DZ, did you get my ass pictures?
Shut up, girl.
Bye, Kyra.
Good night,
Take
y'all.
Kyra phone.
Oh,
Bye.
shit. I'm done. Where the mute button at?